Rex, get over here. Hey, everybody. How you doing? This is your Friday morning morning chat, but we'll call it dinner with Dane. That'll be today's episode. I hope everybody's doing good. I definitely had a somewhat relaxing day, I guess you could say. I'm trying to get the light better so I can actually see you guys. Guess I could do that. That works. But yeah, how's everybody else's day been? I guess I could turn on the chat too. There we go. Kelly's on, Lauren's on. Hey, how's everybody? Yes, it's Friday the 13th. I actually that's a good one to talk about. What started Friday the 13th? Like, what exactly is Friday the 13th? I don't know if that actually had some kind of a start. I think we talked about it, Mike and I. Gosh, it's getting hot in here. Mike and I on a stream at one point with B, and Mike had watched quite a few of them. Mike and Jess had, but there we go. Now I can actually see. But yeah, I'm not sure where the actual origins are. Larry, hey man, how you doing? It has been a long time. I am glad to see you on here, brother. Rex, get over here. Come say hi. Yeah, so origins of Friday the 13th or where that came from, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if like the superstition comes from. He's shy. I wondered today, because I don't know how many people on here have lived in a lot of apartment buildings before, but most apartment buildings, if I'm not mistaken, don't have a 13th. Well, they do, but they don't call it the 13th floor. It's called, like, it skips from 12 to 14. And I thought that was because it was an unlucky number. The superstition may have also arisen in the Middle Ages, originating from the story Jesus' Last Supper and Crucifixion, when there were 13 individuals present in the upper room on the 13th. I've never heard that. But that I can't see why that doesn't make sense. I wonder if that's why 13 is an unlucky number just in general. I've never heard anybody say that. So thank you, Kelly. Man, I promise I'm not going to take my shirt off. It's getting warm. It was funny because I was like, you could just leave the door open. She's like, no, it's too cold for that. But it's getting a little warm. Oh, you Googled it. Okay, I see. that makes good Google sense. So thank you, Google. If you want to do something crazy, try going for like a substantial amount of time without using Google. Like no Siri, no Google. Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th seemed to be lucky for Larry. Well, I gotta say, Larry, you're a good dude. Good things happen to good people. It might be hot flashes, Kelly. That might actually be it. I was going somewhere. I had a thing. Oh, Biggie Bam. Oh well. Couldn't have been that important. But yeah, so Friday the 13th. That does, to me, that makes sense in the fact of the, because a lot of those superstitions and whatnot were basically, um, I don't want to say concocted, but but kind of based on different religious things. Uh, so that makes sense to me. Yeah. Um, so how's everything else going on this? Oh, Kelly says he was unlucky most. Oh, your uncle died on Friday the 13th. Well, then Friday the 13th definitely is not a good day. That's not fun. Um, he was unlucky most of his life. Okay, that's a different kind of deep, because that's just reiterating the whole 13 being the unlucky number. Um, I don't know if I have any unlucky 13s. I'm trying to think of what was the movie with Jim Carrey. Um, wasn't that No, that was number 23. That was a different thing. No spoilers on that one, because that's a good movie. Um, but anywho, what else is going on in this Friday? I have to say, Jen. We were just talking about that movie too. Like, I want to say 2 days ago. Cindy's on. Hey, hey. Mike is on. Diesel. Hey. Thank you, buddy. I definitely I thought of you, because I remember the last time that we were on the road. You were getting very close to fatherhood yourself, and you've got two little bundles of joy. Um, but actually, speaking of which, now that you're on here, I definitely need to pick your brain on the line 6 helix. I need some helix love from you, brother. But it I think you don't know me that well, but you know me well enough from touring with me that I don't know anything about anything computer or technical. So, what's everybody having for dinner? I feel like we always either talk about like food or coffee or something on these chats. I have to be honest, I was going to try and give you guys like a cooking lesson on the live stream tonight. Um I was really I was I was so excited about it. And then life took over, and I got sucked into my phone staring at a couple different sites. But Beth's on here. She's having some frozen pizza. Kelly had fried fish. Cindy's having pizza. Um, oh, Jen's gonna finish all the jalapeno Doritos. Well, there is one thing that I have definitely, I learned it from probably my mom when I was younger, and I'm sure my dad passed the knowledge on to me at some point. When it comes to, um, I'm trying to word this in the right way, but don't mess with a pregnant woman's food. So I will not touch those Doritos. I'm kidding. Actually, the other day, the eggs that she made were definitely much better than the eggs that I make. So I got a little jealous. I got egg jealous. But Publix subs. Publix is good, and I have to, like, even Walmart, like, not to, because I think I've talked about Walmart and how much I love the Walmarts in the U.S. But they definitely they definitely have some good just ready-made sandwiches. And I've said this before, a sandwich that somebody else makes is always better. I don't know why. Jen says that I can have two. I get two Doritos. That's good enough. Mike asks, if I need to impress, what's my go-to dish to cook? It's a tough one because it kind of depends on like the day. Um, and realistically, I think I've cooked Jen all my good ones. So all the impressing that I can do, that I know is good, is already out there. But that being said, I do love I don't know what you call it, but like I follow a bunch of different food things on Facebook. So almost every morning I'll sit there and scroll through and see different ones. Like this morning I was looking at a recipe for strawberry cookies. That I also forgot to get the stuff for. I'm just realizing while I was out. So, good job, Dane. But as far as my favorite things to cook, I do ribs well. Pulled pork. And there's an Indonesian dish called nasi that my mom is like my mom's side of the family is Dutch, and little history lesson. Dutch was okay. Now I'm not going to give you the history lesson because I'm starting to kind of forget how it goes. But anyways, there was a lot of Indonesian influence in the Netherlands. I'm pretty sure that like okay, I don't want to say anything wrong, so I'm just not going to say anything at all. But there was a lot of Indonesian influence in Dutch cooking, and so my mom is from Friesland, which is a province of the Netherlands, and so she when I was a kid, I remember there were two dishes, nasi and bami. And they both kind of tasted the same. They had a lot of the same spices. One was noodles, one was rice. And when I was a kid, I loved them. That was definitely one of the things that had a lot of flavor that I actually liked. And so growing up, I did learn to cook it. But my parents, where it kind of changed, my parents went back, or not went back, but my mom and my dad went on a trip to Holland. Or the Netherlands, and they traveled around quite a bit. But one of the things they did was they were visiting relatives of my mom's, and so they had them teach them how to cook nasi like they make it there. No, there is no mayonnaise in it. I'll say that now. Everybody thinks that Dutch people eat a whole bunch of mayonnaise, but, and they probably do. But realistically, it is delicious. It's an Indonesian rice dish. It's got chicken and rice and stuff, mushrooms, cabbage. I can't believe I'm blanking on all this stuff right now. Onion, garlic. Anyways, and the egg. That was the always weird thing for me was to add in eggs to things, but it does make a difference. Tastes good. So that to answer this question in a very long-winded way, nasi, ribs, pulled pork, and I make a mean steak. I can hit a barbecue pretty well, but yeah, that's what I would say if I needed to impress. But I think I've pulled out the stops, and And the fact that the bun isn't, I won. I got it. Back before the internet thing, I had my mom's friend bring me back imported CDs from the Netherlands because, oh, okay, because the CDs were not released in the, that's cool. I didn't know that they were a hotbed for like getting stuff before. I guess they're in Europe, and there's lots of things that get released in Europe that don't get released in Canada or the States. Someone I saw on here said baked ziti. Now hold on. It says, Kelly, you said your go-to fit. Do you mean your go-to dish? Because I've never had baked ziti with fish in it. But I don't know. I love baked ziti. But I'm guessing you meant dish. No, Jen hasn't been getting weird cravings, I have to say. Like I always heard stories about people that were pregnant asking, their man to go and get them like a jar of pickles, and they would like dip it in peanut butter and stuff like that. But no, that that hasn't been the thing. Now you just watch. She's gonna mess with me tonight and roll over at 3:00 in the morning and say, "Can you go get some mayonnaise and sardines?" But no, she hasn't had any crazy cravings. We went through a brownie phase. It didn't last very long because they give us both heartburn. But we went through a brownie phase. We tackled some brownies. Beth is saying she makes a killer beef stew. And stuffed peppers. Stuffed peppers is something my sister made not long, maybe I want to say a year ago. She made some killer stuffed peppers. I didn't know what I was getting into. They had made a bunch and then froze them, and I just found some in the freezer one day and ventured myself a guess that it'd be good. And that was really tasty. Jeremy's on. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Yes, Kelly, I thought that was an autocorrect. Empanadas and dirty... Okay, dirty rice. I think I know what that is, but they called it something different up the street from me. When I lived in Toronto, we had a place down the street that they had empanadas. They had... it was weird because it was somewhere... Rex, stop. Come here. It was somewhere in between, like I feel like it was somewhere in between Mexican and like Portuguese, because they had like Sardinia's chicken and stuff like that. Oh, Rex, say hi.
Oh, hey. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? Oh, I'm doing good. I'm just fine. Just having a good time. Just...
All right, you did your job. Thanks. But baked ziti is... Oh, I didn't know somebody asked what baked ziti was. I love baked ziti. That definitely is... I would say one of my favorite pasta dishes, but I never make it because it takes longer. Like you have to do kind of the same work, but then you got to go bake it as well. It's kind of like shepherd's pie. We made a really good shepherd's pie the other day, but it takes a long time. Jimmy, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? And yes, I feel like Max and Rex, they would have a moment of like growl, growl, chase, chase, but then they would grow to love each other very quickly. Max, for those watching, my buddy Jimmy on here has an adorable, actually a couple adorable dogs. But yeah, Max is definitely, I don't want to say my favorite because that's mean, but yeah. Anyways, I have been chatting and talking your ear off for a little bit, but I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for tuning in on Friday. You know me, I like to switch up the times, give it a little bit of shibby sham, but it it's not 9 or 10. So I made it kind of quick. Like I feel like I got here somewhat quickly compared to what I normally do. Anywho, thank you guys very much. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, make sure you like and subscribe, and if you feel the gentle urge, share. Let your friends know we're coming on here, and we've got Sunday night at 6. I think it's on Sunday. Not sure. And I think it might be at 6 o'clock. We've got Sundays at 6 this coming Sunday. I'm not sure what the cover is going to be. So if you've got requests, now would be the time to get them in. You can pop them in the comments here, or you can wait until Sunday and throw them in the comments when we put something up on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. And if you miss Sunday, you can catch us on Wednesday for the Wednesday Night Groove. And I love the drive home with B part. That's kind of my favorite part of the Wednesday Night Groove these days, because B's always got good stuff to say when he's driving. He's got good stuff to say any time of the day, but when he's driving, it's almost like the filter in his brain kind of, because he's got to pay attention. He's got to focus on the road. He lets out some good jokes that he wouldn't maybe let through on other days. So I love the Wednesday nights when B's got to drive. Anyways, that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in for your Friday morning chat, and we'll see you on Sunday at 6. Also, I don't know why I said also. I just wanted to try and say something while I was trying to find a little ending thing. So, everybody have a good night. Bye-bye. Oh, that would have looked so cool if everybody have a good night and bye-bye.